Why does Linni get all these special rabbit dishes? Is she a picky, spoiled princess? Hello and welcome back to Unboxing Doxie and Talking Mom. I'm Talking Mom Nina, and this is not a princess. It is Her Majesty Linni, Queen of the Sofa, engaged in important royal duties, making paper scraps. So is she spoiled? Well, who could resist? And picky? Yes, but for a reason. It all began, well, I don't know when. It was a sneaky process. Sometimes Linni left her food untouched until Dad came home from work. But she always wanted treats. So I thought, well, she's just not hungry. And yes, it certainly wouldn't hurt her to lose a pound or two. That made sense to me, at first. Well, she did eat grass in the garden now and then, but I'd seen that in other dogs too. And sometimes there were gurgling and squeaking noises coming from her stomach, but she didn't seem to be in pain. She let me touch her anywhere and acted normally. But little by little, things got worse. More and more often, she was leaving her food untouched until evening. Around noon, she then wanted to eat grass, so she could vomit that grass with pure gastric juice. And the noises from her stomach became more and more frequent. Since she clearly no longer liked the food she used to eat, I switched it. She ate the new food with enthusiasm for 3 days. Then she became picky again, just like before. I bought a different brand and flavor, same story. She'd happily eat anything new, but only for a few days. Since Linni never had diarrhea or had thrown up food, except clearly due to excessive excitement or car sickness, I still thought she was just picky and, yeah, that I had spoiled her. Then I noticed she was scratching herself more, especially on her head. Finally, everything clicked in my mind. Maybe she has a food intolerance, and who knows, maybe her brittle claws have something to do with it too. So we started an elimination diet, and that's why Linni is getting so much rabbit. It's a source of protein that she hasn't eaten ever since she moved in with us. She's getting food that's specifically made for diets like this, and all the ingredients are listed on the label, so we know exactly what she's eating. The treats I make for her consist only of rabbit meat and potato starch, both ingredients that are already included in her food. And for chewing, she gets rabbit ears. Linni's been on this diet for 12 weeks now. After just 1 week, I had the feeling she was brighter and more playful than before. No food is left in her bowl, and she didn't have a single stomach noise the whole time. Only once she wanted to eat grass and spent a few days scratching her head more than usual after she managed to get her paws on a piece of bread due to my lack of attention. So it really does seem that Linni can't tolerate something she used to eat regularly. Unfortunately, her claws haven't changed, so that seems to be a different issue. And I'm really sorry I didn't realize sooner that Linni wasn't feeling completely well. But I'm so glad we started this diet. And now that she's symptom-free, except for the claw mystery, we can move on to the second phase, testing. Linni will continue to eat the diet food, plus 1 additional food item. If she shows no symptoms after 2 weeks, we can mark that food as safe and test the next one. As soon as we notice a reaction to a food, it goes on the blacklist. And Linni only gets safe foods until she's symptom-free again. It's a long-term process, but it's absolutely worth it. I'm curious to see which safe foods will be available for Linni's birthday cake in June. Rabbit will definitely be included, because she really loves her homemade treats. As for the blacklist candidates, I have a few suspects in mind, but we'll run proper tests, of course, to be sure. What foods do you think might be triggers? Leave your thoughts in the comments. So that's why Linni turned into a rabbit foodie. Next time in Unboxing Doxie and Talking Mom, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on dogs and human food. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and see you on Friday.